Yes, Hairless here. A few weeks ago there was a recommendation that caught my eye because it was a recommendation for an instrumental piece of music. I've not reacted to anything instrumental yet. Everything I've reacted to has had singing of some kind in it. In the recommendation, the commenter said that this song that we're reacting to today was created to pay homage to a Brazilian virtuoso classical guitarist called Rafael Rabello. So today we have Samba Pro Rapha by YAMANDU Costa. Now I don't know what style this will be in. I gave YAMANDU a quick Google just for a bit of context, and my understanding is he's a bit of a virtuoso guitarist himself. It could be in the style of classical guitar, and I love classical guitar and its history, but probably much more modern. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Wow, is what I have to say so far. I can see that he's extremely talented, and from the little I've seen so far as well, I think it's quite absurd actually. Before we get into the music side of things, just a couple of contextual things. Number one, the nails on his right hand. They look so strong, don't they? I like how you can always spot a classical guitarist in the public world by their nails on their plucking hand. Two, I thought I was going mad at first, but there are definitely 7 strings on this guitar. I have heard of 7-string guitars, but I've never seen nor played one. I'm familiar with the more classic 6-string guitar that everyone knows. So do let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe that it's the bottom string here that is the 7th string, i.e. it's the string that you don't find on the classic 6-string guitar. The reason for this is because he starts on a G in the bass, which is the 3rd fret on the lowest note of a normal guitar. And then the rest of the guitar makeup makes sense as well. So I think that there's an added string at the bottom of the guitar for an even lower sound. Alright, so now onto the music. I know we've only listened to about 35 seconds or so far, but there was actually quite a lot to unpack there that I think might be important for the context of the rest of the piece. The very opening. He starts with an open 5th. What that means is that whatever chord you're in, if you have a chord of G, G is the 1, and then you have the 5th note as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Normally it's the 3rd note that determines whether we're happy, major, or sad, minor. Happy would be this. Sad would be this. So not having this 3rd note in there at all leaves things harmonically ambiguous. We don't really know what is going to happen. But to be honest, I don't think it really matters in this case because the music's moving so quickly and it's so musically complex. It's a bit nuts from what we've seen so far, and I love it. So right from the off we have this chromatic motif which sounds like this. All chromatic means is that you just move to the next possible note without ever skipping a note. The smallest steps you can do. And it's this string here, and then his index finger will be moving up, playing that chromatic thing there. Have a listen. So that being chromatic, it's very easy to distinguish, and it always reminds you of James Bond. The point is, I can always hear it, I always find it very catchy and interesting when you put it into music. I think it adds this element of mystique to it almost. And then we change into this chord, which is this. I think it's great, it's lovely. It's not much of a change, but it's enough to give us a hint that we might be going places harmonically. And sorry, his index finger. The speed of it. Okay, I'm done with my fanboying now. We'll be here all day. Going back to that chromatic motif I was just talking about. We can hear it again here. But then that's the first time that we break away from it. So far, the chromatic motif has really been underpinning everything in the music. And how melodic that breakaway is, this nice rising arpeggio. And then, sorry, right after that, again, the speed of his index finger. Let's watch this in half speed. See how he's just moving around but also covering multiple strings by playing and sliding up the fret? I mean, all his fingers are going crazy quickly, but I don't know why I'm drawn to his index finger for some reason. Weird. And then we have this single note rapid run. I'm just upset that I can't control my eyes separately and watch both hands at once. You know, it's physically impossible to watch both at once. Alright, let's carry on with this. Just imagine being able to play guitar like that. When we had this bit just after the last pause, I had to genuinely check if I'd accidentally put the speed to 1.25 speed. I didn't. It's just the speed with which he plays here, and the accuracy and the precision. So I mentioned earlier that I thought chromaticism might be an underpinning motif here, and we hear it again here, but this time we don't hear. Instead we hear those three chords there, but it's much more of a casual style now. It seems a bit more bossa nova. This is the kind of music where you can listen to it 100 times and still notice new things with it. It's impossible to notice everything the first time you listen to it. I don't know about you, but when I listen to music, I tend to focus on different parts, voices, lines, whatever you want to call them at a time. So this part that I'm about to play, I know which part stands out to me, but it will be interesting which part stands out to you. So to me, it was the bass part, which went two little chromatic phrases back to back. It sounds like this moment of resolution amidst the craziness that's been going on elsewhere, which then leads into this chord progression. And you could pick out any independent line of these chords, and its melodic line would just be so lovely. A bit further on, then we have this bit. Bosh, something doesn't sound quite right there, something doesn't seem to fit in. That's again the bass note where he's playing. But he's setting us up, again, for a chromatic part in the bass, interspersed amidst other crazier parts higher up. So then after this, in the bass part, we get this. So those first two notes were more obvious. But then where did this part come? Ah, well, it did arrive, but he'd moved it up the octave. And to kind of rub it in, he's repeating that note. On the offbeats. Alright, let's carry on. I am going to listen to just before where we pause, by the way, because I unapologetically want to hear that section again, which means that you are going to listen with me. Alright, let's carry on. Chromatic motif again. What I would do to have that kind of talent, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can really do this justice with words, to be honest. Let's just go over some more bits that I'm thankful for, such as this section. It's almost like a moment to relax with some lovely calming music, because the rest, I love the rest. It is intense though, isn't it? He's crazy. It's crazy. And then this next section that I'm about to play, I love this type of music. It's so reliant on the rhythm, or is it? Or is the rhythm reliant on the music? Honestly, I don't know at this point. It's so complex, with so many different notes being played so quickly, with the stresses being placed on different beats and in between beats and all over the place. So let's have a listen. So we're in common time, 4 beats in a bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the arrangement itself, coupled with Yamandu's tempo rubato, which is him being more free with his rhythmic playing, not strictly adhering to the beat, gives this illusion that the beat is all over the place, or even maybe that there is no beat. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see how for most of that section it seemed like the beat didn't fit in with the music, but then at the end they match up again. Here, look at him getting into it. Those closed eyes. Eyes closed, playing away, it's just him and the music. Nothing else matters at this point. Then here, look at his little finger. It just looks like it shouldn't be there, but it is there in the name of music. And then we finish. That discordant chord then sliding up. Wow, yeah, it's tricky with this music because there's just so much to talk about, and I think I've probably spoken about a bit more than I wanted to, but yeah, you know, I'm in awe of this man's talent. Seriously crazy. Let's leave it there. That was a great recommendation, that one. I'm very keen to explore more of Yamandu Costa's stuff. As always, thank you for watching. Would appreciate a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.